Yes, Eileen, are you online? Good evening. Good evening. Okay, can you see the screen? Is it being shared? Fine. What are the chapters you love for internals? What are the formulas? Perimeter and area. Okay. Exercise A, did you write all the formulas? First exercise. Fine. Give me a minute. Okay. Abigail, why you late, Abigail? Okay, fine. See, only perimeter, right? Area and perimeter. Meter and yeah. See, first exercise was only about triangle, students. Do you have those formulas? All the formulas are got right? Fine. Second exercise I'll teach now. If you want formulas from the first exercise, open a textbook. I'll mark the same thing. Okay. In depth, you can just go through once. Okay. Let me take a pick and teach. Okay. Did you find these formulas in your textbook? First, yeah. Yes. I'll I'll just share this and explain. How many exercises will have? Only two, right? Okay, look at this, students. Here, can you see here? Half into which? When do we use this formula? Base and corresponding height. Whenever height is given. Okay. Can you see base is given? Base and height. So whenever base value is given, height is mentioned. Remember the formula. Write the exact thing. Area of triangle is equals to half into base into height. Whenever height is mentioned, and for right angle, students, for right angle it's the same. Okay, Aaron's formula is for which one? Aaron's formula for which one we use? Scalar, yes. All that is not given here. Okay, but I had explained. Aaron's formula is used for scale in triangle. So tomorrow, ma'am might ask you to explain Aaron's formula, fine, or she might tell you to write the formula for scale in triangle. Just go through in detail. Can you see scale in triangle? What and all they've written? ABC diagram, right? Yeah, semi-perimeter S. Same thing I had explained. Both of you were present last 2 days. Same. Okay, fine. Same thing I had explained. Just go through square units. Write it along with units. Can you see square unit is given? Right along with units. Then for right angle, I explained Pythagoras theorem. If they ask Pythagoras theorem, draw a diagram, write Pythagoras. If not, this is not required. You can just write direct formula. Okay. Or just go through that in words. Half into base into height. Instead of base into height, what they have given? Product of sides containing. Yeah, what do you mean by product? What is product? Product is multiplication. Containing right angle. Which two sides contain right angle? The right angle is touching which two sides? That's it. So half into AB into BC. That's the formula. BC into AB, AB into BC. Or you can write it into words. Just look at this equation, convert into words. Product of sides containing right angle. Then equilateral. Equilateral, ignore everything. Can you see this AD given? What are the two things I explained in equilateral? One is height and the other one is, yeah, what is height formula? Yes, what is height? Root 3 by and 4. Area root 3 by 4 x square. I don't think the might ask all this. All this. Just read one, students. You don't have to memorize, read. They'll just ask you the main formula for height. Okay. Ma'am will ask height. If not, can you see? She'll give a triangle, equilateral triangle and AD. What is this AD? AD is height. So they won't give it as height. Sometimes they'll just ask the formula for AD. It is height, root 3 by 2a. Then area. Other things you can ignore. Area is this. Look here. Including the units. Square unit. Okay. For example, we used to write centimeter square, meter square. This is known as square units. What do we call them? What do you call the centimeter and meter? We call them units. And what is the power here? Square or cube? Square. That is what they've written, square units. Simple. Okay, you can't write unit square, you have to write square unit. Isosceles, just ignore all this. They won't ask AD value, they might ask students. Yeah, I forgot to explain this. AD. Yeah, tell me the isosceles area formula. What is area? 1 by 4b square root of minus b square. Can you see even isosceles triangle as height? AD? See, these two. Whichever I've ticked, go through that. ID. Sorry, height. AD. I forgot to explain that. See, that is also simple. Just take this root 4a square minus b square, just divide by 2. Clear? I think everything I'd explained except this height I missed out yesterday, day before is isosceles. Okay. Then what else? Perimeter. And perimeter. Now perimeter, look at area is easy. Tell me the different triangles you have studied. First is scale in, right? Scale in. Yeah. What are the sides, students? Scale in has different sides or same side? Different. So let me write it as A, B, C. A, B, C. Values are different. So what is perimeter? What is perimeter? A plus B plus C. Okay, you can write the capital letter AB length plus BC plus AC. If they are given the diagram. If this ABC is mentioned, you can directly write A plus B plus C centimeters. Clear? Yeah, this is for scale and triangle. Now tell me isosceles. No, equilateral. Tell me equilateral. What about all three sides? All three are equal. A. So perimeter is equals to A plus A plus A. What is A plus A plus A? We get 3A. In place of this 3, what's the sign present in between 3 and A? Multiplication. And what is A called? How many sides are there in this triangle? 3 sides. That's it. Instead of A, you can even write 3 sides. So when ma'am asks you to write perimeter of an equilateral triangle, remember write 3 sides or 3A. Mention both. If diagram is given, if not, just write 3A. That's it. Okay, this is equilateral. Clear? Now isosceles. What else is left? Isosceles, equilateral. That's it. What about isosceles, students? Any two sides are equal, right? And the third side, unequal side, what do you take? We take it as B. So what is perimeter? A plus. How many A's are there? 2A plus B is the answer. That is what they've given in the textbook. Ignore all this, just write 2A plus B. Can you see here? 2A, where is that? Yeah, can you see 2A plus B units? Yeah, this part. Perimeter of isosceles. So isosceles, you don't have to memorize, students. You just draw a diagram, you'll have an idea what to write. 2A plus B is the answer. And sometimes teacher might give like this. I don't know what type of question they'll set. They'll give you a triangle A, B, C. They'll write P, P, and Q. Now tell me the formula according to this. What's the perimeter? If two sides are equal, one is different. What will you get? 2P plus Q. Right? 2P plus Q. Okay. Yes, Eileen, look at this formula. Isosceles, sometimes they can give a different alphabet. 2P, 2P plus Q student. What is the area for this? How will you write area formula for these alphabets? 1 by, instead of B, what will you write? Yes, unequal set Q. Square root of, what's the formula? Here, look at and tell me. 4P square minus Q square. Okay. This is general formula. This is general. For exam, you can use this. But internals, I don't know what they might give. They can twist and give you all these type of values. P, Q, R, anything. So remember, don't write A and B here. We don't have A and B. We have P and Q. Write P square plus Q square. Okay, that's it in the exercise A, students. It was all about triangle. Now exercise B. Can you see perimeter and area of what? Perimeter and area of quadrilaterals. So quadrilateral is nothing but lateral meaning is side and quad meaning is four. Any diagram with four sides, you call it as quadrilateral. Fine. First, we'll start with square. Square. In depth, I'll explain tomorrow or day after tomorrow. Okay. For a square, students, all four sides are equal. Remember that all four sides. If I write this as side, what about the other four sides? Everything I should write it as side. All are four sides. If I name one side as A, what about other three sides? Everything will be A, right? Yes. This is a square. For a square, all four sides are equal. Remember. For a square, all four sides are equal. A, and A. Now tell me perimeter. What is perimeter? Add all four. What do you get? 4A, right? Or what's the other thing you have to write? Instead of A, you can write even 4 into, yes, 4 sides. 4 into sides, right? 4 multiplication sides. This is area, square. Look here, I'll teach in this order. Always start with square first. Yeah. Make a note of this, student. Start with square. It's easy to remember in this order. Square, rectangle, parallelogram, rhombus. Parallelogram, rhombus, trapezium. Okay, trapezium, and there's kite. No, kite is not there. Trapezium, parallelogram, trapezium, and normal quadrilateral. There's a normal quadrilateral, even that I'll explain. Normal quadrilateral. Okay, first square. Can you see square? Here, the fourth one. Go through all this. 4 into sides. What is area? What is area, students? What is area value? Formula for area of a square is a square. Side square or a square. Okay, side square, a square. That. And one more thing. When you take square, rectangle, any diagram, we have 4 sides. And when I connect from one corner to another corner, opposite, what do you call this as? Called diagonal. So A, B, C, D. Look here. We have 4 corners. A to C. So total, how many diagonals do we have? Total 2 diagonals and 4 sides. So remember, go through both the formulas. See, triangle, I explained everything, so it is easy to remember. This, yeah, we haven't started it. You all might feel difficult. So write and practice, students. For square, is it clear? We have 3 formulas. Perimeter. For area, there are 2, and diagonal. What is diagonal formula? What is diagonal formula? Half into diagonal square. Yes, Anya, why are you late, Anya? Very good. You should have continued sleeping. Why did you join now? Huh? Almost half an hour got over. Okay, remaining thing I've recorded. First half an hour, go through the recording. I'll share it later. Okay, just now we have started. Triangle part I completed, Anya. Triangle in depth I explained. Go through the recording. Now we have started quadrilateral. Second exercise. Okay. Look, open your textbook. You'll have this. hmm, And go through this order, students. Square, rectangle, parallelogram, rhombus, trapezium. Okay, now first square. In square, perimeter is done. Each side, all 4 sides are equal in a square. All 4 sides are A. Here, A, A. Now we need to find diagonal. See, don't memorize this. I'll teach you. Each angle is 90 degree. For a square and rectangle, what is each angle? All 4 angles are equal to 90 degrees. Okay, all 4 angles are equal to 90. Now just look at this triangle. ADB, how do they look like? It looks like which triangle? Right angle triangle. In right angle triangle, what is DB? What is DB? Hypotenuse, right? DB is hypotenuse. So tell me hypotenuse formula. DB square is equals to AB square plus AD square. Let me keep DB as it is. This square goes to the other side, becomes good. What is AB and AD we have taken? AB and AD what? So it becomes A square plus, can you see a diagonal value formula? So don't memorize, students. If not, just for tomorrow, formulas test, right? So just memorize. Okay. After 2 days, 1 or 2 days, I'll teach you the entire concept. Now, like terms. DB is a diagonal like term. A square plus A square is 2A square. Correct? 2A. Your A square has 2, right? So can root get cancelled? So only for 2 the root remains as it is. What about A? The root can get cancelled. So that is what they have written. Root 2A. So go through those 3 formulas. Perimeter, area. For area we have 2 formulas. Diagonal. This is square formula. Okay, and one more thing, all four sides are equal. For a square, all four sides are equal. Each angle is 90 degree. Understood? Shall we move on to the next one? Rectangle. See, I'll just quickly explain, students, so that you all can go through that. Next, rectangle. Remember the property of rectangle. For square, what's the property of square? I told you two things you have to remember. All four sides are equal at each angle. Even for rectangle, all four sides are equal. No, I mean all four angles are 90. Each angle 90 degree. Only opposite sides are equal. Example: your mobile phone. Your mobile phone is a rectangle shape. Only opposite sides are equal. Okay. So if you take AB as L, what's the opposite side you have to take? DC. L. L stands for length. In short, we take it as L. AD is breadth. BREADTH. Or let me just take B. Fine. BREADTH. Breadth. What about BC? BC also will be B. Right? Now tell me perimeter, students. What is perimeter? Don't look at the formula. What do you mean by perimeter? L plus, add all four. L plus B plus L plus. How many L's do we have? 2L plus. Which is common? What is common? 2. Can you see the formula? 2L plus B. Is it clear? That's it. So just imagine a rectangle. It is very easy to write the formulas. Perimeter is 2 into L plus B. Don't write 2 into L into B. That is wrong. Don't multiply. It is wrong. So in exam, definitely you might get confused. Write the diagram once. Write the diagram. Quickly write L, B. We know perimeter. You have to add 4. Take out 2 common. 2 into L plus B. Okay. 2 into L plus B. Now, look here. Perimeter is done. Square and rectangle, the formulas are almost the same, students. Similar, not same, similar. A, B, C, D. Okay. What is the formula for area of a square? What's the first formula we have? Area of a square? A square. Each side we have taken A, right? A. How did you all get A square? Basically, we multiply two sides. Okay, two sides. Let me multiply AD and which one? DC. What is AD and DC value? A into A square. The same concept we use for rectangle. Multiply any two sides. AD into DC. What is AD value? AD is what? Breadth and BD is L. So B into L, or you can write L into B. Okay, don't write B into L, write L into B. Isn't it same like area? We are getting the formula right. If you multiply two sides, length into breadth. Can you see the formula here? Length into breadth. Area of a rectangle, is it clear? Length into breadth. Next, diagonal, students. How did we get diagonal of a square? Which triangle is formed? Right angle triangle, right? Look here. Let me write L into B. L and B. So to look at the textbook and read it is easy. You all might feel it easy, but tomorrow in test you will feel difficult. If ma'am does the questions and asks, you will feel difficult. So learn it like this. The same diagonal I'll draw here. The same diagonal I'll draw. I need diagonal formula. How does this triangle look like? ADC. ADC is what triangle? Right angle. How many right angle triangles are there? Total 2 right angle. Take the first right angle triangle. If ADC is a right angle triangle, according to triangle, what is AC? Hypotenuse. According to rectangle, what is AC? According to rectangle, it is diagonal. No, no. AC is what? According to rectangle, it is diagonal. According to right angle, it is hypotenuse. What is hypotenuse formula? Pythagoras theorem. AC square is equals to B. AC is equals to this square goes to the other side becomes square root. What is AD value we have? What is AD value? B. Okay, instead of that write L square plus B. Can you see the formula diagonal? Did you understand? So if you draw diagram, that is enough. To diagram and properties are important. If not, there are a lot of other. You allow around 20 formulas, I think, in this chapter. So if you keep memorizing, it is very tough to remember. Okay, fine. For area, tell me the diagonal for area. What do we get? Diagonal is equals to square root of what are the two sides we have? A square plus a square. According to hypotenuse, a square plus a square is root 2 a. It's actually root 2 a square. A square will get cancelled, so root 2a. This is the difference between rectangle and square. Fine. Did you understand what type of questions will be asked? Perimeter, area, and rectangle. Okay. So go through that. Hypotenuse. For a triangle, we call hypotenuse. For a rectangle and square, we call it as diagonal. Next, parallelogram is given. Look at fifth point, parallelogram. See, what is the difference between rectangle and parallelogram, students? Look at rectangle diagram and parallelogram. Tell me the difference. Yes, it is slanting, right? Is it slanting? Correct? What did I explain yesterday? If you place a protractor here, a line which is straight, what's the angle formed? A line which is straight? 90 degrees. Do you think here 90 degrees formed? No. But what about rectangle and square? Just because the diagram was straight, what was formed? 90 degree. This is how you have to remember. Look at the diagram. Imagine you place a protractor. The line is not straight. As Abigail told, the diagram is slanting. But rectangle and parallelogram are almost similar. Their properties, angle is not same, but their opposite sides are equal, students. Same like rectangle, a parallelogram is slanting, but opposite sides will be equal. If I write L, these two will be same. If AD is breadth, BC also will be breadth. Okay, now what I'll do is, I'll draw a straight line here. I'll draw a straight line. Okay, so this straight line is between which two sides? This straight line is between which two sides? This straight line is touching which two sides? DC and AB? DC and AB. I'll draw another straight line from this side. Now this straight line touches which two sides? AB and not AB. AD and BC. See, don't look at the point where it's touching, student. Where does it lie? Let me take D here and L. B and M. Look at the line DL. DL lies in between which two sides? Lies in between which two? It's touching which two sides? This DL line is touching which two sides? B and DC? Yes. In the same way, can you tell me the other one? BM. BM is touching which two sides? Yes, AD and BC. That is what you have to remember. Two sides. Okay, you'll have two. You can draw two lines here, two straight lines. This is for parallelogram. And area of the parallelogram formula. And perimeter will be same for all the diagram. What is perimeter? That's perimeter. What will you do here? What are the four sides we have? AB plus, BC plus, and all four sides. CD plus, DA. AD or DA. That is perimeter. Now area. So area is nothing but AB into DL. What is AB into DL? Right? Look here. First take AB, students. For side AB, which side is touching? Which line is touching AB? DL. So AB is known as base and DL is known as what? Right. Like this, what's the other thing we have? Can you tell me the other one? Which is base? Which is the other right we have? BM is the other right? BM, right? And where is that BM touching? BM is touching which base? AD. Not A, yeah, BM. BM is another, right? It is touching AD. This is another formula. For both the answers will be same. That's the reason in textbook they've written AB into DL, or you can even write or is equal to. Values are same. AD into BM. So basically base into height. That's it. Okay. Base into height. This is the formula. AD is the base and height. Okay. Once again, parallelogram, draw two straight line. Tell me the first straight line. Which is the first straight line we have? DL. What is DL? We call it as height. Height, right? So where is the DL touching, students? Where is DL line touching? AB. What do you call AB then? We call it as base. So what's the formula? AB into DL. Tell me the next height. What's the next height we have? Next straight line. Where is the next straight line? BM, right? BM. Where is BM touching? Which line? A. So that is base. Base into height into base. You can write anything. You'll get marks. You can write AD into BM, BM into AD. Okay. Both are correct. This is the formula. So always look the straight line. Look where the straight line is touching. Which side? That will be the base. This is parallelogram. Okay. Next. As I told you all, parallelogram and rectangle is one pair. Like pair in the sense almost similar. Rhombus and square, students. Rhombus and square are bit similar. Rhombus and square. Okay. Look at the diagram. Rhombus diagram in textbook. Is it straight or slanting? Slanting. It is slanting. Same like parallelogram. It is slanting. Therefore, angle will be 90 degree or what? It won't be 90, right? Angles will not be 90. But this is similar to square. All four sides will be equal. All four sides will be equal. Fine. Now area of rhombus. Area of rhombus is nothing but if you join these two diagonals, students, if you join these two diagonals, the angle formed here will be 90 degrees. Okay, each angle is not 90, but if two diagonals join, what's the angle formed? This is only for rhombus. Remember this. Only for rhombus it is 90 degree, and the formula is half into product of diagonal. You have to multiply the diagonal. Right? So how many diagonals do we have here? How many diagonals? Two diagonals. So D1 into D2. That is what they have written. Half into D1 into D2. So for rectangle and square, we have a lot of formulas. Don't memorize. For parallelogram and rhombus, try to memorize the diagram formulas directly. Okay, practice like this. Half into diagonal 1 into diagonal 2. Clear? Completed? Okay, next one. So square done, rectangle, parallelogram, rhombus done. Next, trapezium. See, trapezium is also kind of quadrilateral, but none of the sides will be equal, students. At least in rectangle, parallelogram, at least opposite sides were equal, right? Opposite sides. But look at trapezium. Trapezium is a different, where none of the sides will be equal. All four sides will be different. Can you see that diagram and tell me? Is any two sides same here? Do you think any two sides are equal? No, right? Look, all the lengths are different. AD is different, DC, AB, BC. This is known as trapezium. It is very easy to find out trapezium diagram. Okay, any two sides will never be equal in a trapezium. So the formula for that is area is equals to half into, and one more thing, opposite sides will be parallel. What do you mean by parallel lines? They'll not touch each other. They will not touch each other. Look at DC and AB. DC and AB line. Even if I keep extending, do you think they'll touch each other? No. What about AD and BC students? Look, AD I'll extend, and BC line I'll try to extend. Are they touching here? So which two are parallel lines here? Which two are parallel? DC and yes. So any two diagram, just look at the diagram, you will be able to identify parallel lines. So the formula is half into sum of parallel lines and the distance between them. So what you do, just draw a line like this. Okay, this line is nothing but the distance between them, right? This line indicates the distance between them. See, if I remove these two, now can you see? Isn't it the distance? Right? How do you find distance between two lines, students? Only if you draw a straight line, right? If you draw a straight line, you'll get the distance. Okay. So the formula is half into sum of parallel sides into the distance between them. Sum of parallel sides into distance between them. What is parallel side here? Tell me the two parallel side, AB and DC. So sum meaning is plus. Sum of parallel side into distance between them. So distance I'll write D, or I can take it as height. Distance between them is height. Let me take this line DM. So which line I've represented the height? What's the line? DM. That is what they've given here. Ignore all this. These two are important. Let's go through once. Trapezium, none of the sides are equal, and we have two parallel sides. The area formula is half into AB plus DC. Sum of parallel side into distance between them. Distance is the height. Sum of parallel sides into distance. Understood? Shall we try the last one? Okay. See, parallelogram done, square, rectangle, all these are done, students. Last is this. And there's a standard formula for perimeter of a quadrilateral. Remember even that. What's the standard formula we have? If A, B, C, D are four length given, we have to just add them. Okay, A, B, C, D. Next. This is a special type of triangle. I mean quadrilateral, special type of quadrilateral. Fine. Where only two vertices will be straight, students. If you join two sides, this is a normal quadrilateral. Fine, a normal quadrilateral. Look at these two diagonals. Look at the two diagonals. See, if I take a square or a rectangle, so you might get confused. Where is it? Look here. If I take a square and rectangle, let me take rectangle. What about the diagonal? Are they in a straight line? Diagonal for a square, diagonals are a straight line, right? What about parallelogram? Diagonals are straight. If you just draw straight line, are they touching each other? Yes. Even for rhombus, fine. Even for this one, the diagonals are straight, students. Look here. It will be just draw two straight line. The diagonals will touch, coincide. But here, these are two normal diagram. Can you see here? If I draw a straight line from A, is it touching C? From C, if I draw a straight line, it will never touch A. But from D to B, if I draw a straight line, it will touch. So how many pairs of straight lines are there? How many diagonals are straight here? Only one. Okay. Remaining diagrams, both the diagonals are straight. Okay, in these two quadrilaterals, only one pair of will have a straight line. Fine. So A to C, if you keep a ruler here, it will never touch. It will go past A like this. So what's the formula for this type of diagram? Read the formula here. Half into, see, it is this one is easy. This one. See, this is easy. Which diagonal is straight here? Which diagonal is straight? BD. So that diagonal, the formula is half into whichever diagonal is straight. BD into what's the other two diagonal which is not straight? Which is the other diagonal? AC. A and C. But how is A and C connected? From A to C, A to L, right? A to L plus what's the other line from C to CM. This is the formula. Just because BD is straight, we write it together, students. It's very simple. BD is straight line. But AC is not straight line. AC is made up of how many lines? Diagonal AC is made up of two lines, AL plus CM. Okay. This is one type. When the diagonals are not straight. Fine. Look at this. What about this one? Diagonals are straight. Diagonals are straight, right? And this image, what? How does this image look like? Very good. This is what you call kite. For kite, what's the formula? Half into two diagonal. See here, half into which diagonal is straight, students? Which diagonal is straight? Both the diagonals are straight. So BD, yeah, look at BD into AC. So the formula is same. Observe this one and the previous one. The formula is same. Even for previous one, isn't it half into diagonal? Just because it is not straight, we have to add them, right? The formula is same. Half into BD into AC. If this AC line was straight, students, if AC line was straight, what's the formula we get? Half into BD into, if AC was straight, we would have written AC. Just because it is not straight, we have taken that lines to add them. That is the formula you get. Okay. And read these words, whatever word is written. One diagonal into sum of length of perpendiculars of its remaining vertices. Okay, ignore that. That sentence is not required. Only formula is required. And look at this formula kite. So three diagrams have same formula, almost same. This one, these two, and what is the other one we studied? Half into product of diagonal. Which is the other one? Rhombus. Can you see rhombus? Even rhombus also has the same one, right? Product of diagonals. D1, D2. Okay, half into. So that is rhombus. This is kite. For kite, remember half into D1 into D2. AC into BD. Product of diagonals. And for the other one, which is similar to kite, but only one diagonal is straight. So just add their distance. Understood all the formulas, whatever I taught, everything clear? Okay, so write and practice, student. Right? Write and practice. And tomorrow we'll start with other questions.